Hello, everybody. Welcome to Agora Legis, the platform of legal minds. Here, we discuss legal principles and make them easy to understand. So, here we make the law easy, literally. In today's session, we are going to look at Land Law 1, and we shall introduce Land Law 1 and see what land is. So, today, we are going to define land. My name is Counsel Ben, and let's jump right in. So, starting with, we shall look at the principle of real property. Real property refers to land because it refers to immovable properties and undisplaceable properties. So, land refers to immovable property or real property, and real properties refers to land. That's the first thing that we have to get. But speaking with authority, we shall define land according to the Interpretation Act Cap 2 that define lands to include miswages, tenements, hereditaments, houses, buildings of any tenure, and land covered by water. Or it all includes land. So that is according to the Interpretation Act Cap 2. We shall go on again and define lands also according to the Mining Act and Mining and Minerals Act, Cap 159, that say that land includes beneath any water, seed and subsoil, and such soil. So land includes beneath any water according to the Mining Act and Minerals Act, Cap 159. Don't forget the cap when you're answering your paper. Then we shall also go and define it also again according to the Petroleum Act, Cap 161. Yeah, it is Cap 161. That says that land includes land beneath water and subsoil thereof. So all these are just defining lands to mean that it is immovable. It is a property that is immovable. Still under the Registration of Titles Act, we like to state it as RTA. That is Cap 240 that defines land as to include any miswages, tenements, hereditaments, corporeal and incorporeal, and every certificate of title. So that is land again according to the Registration of Titles Act. So here we are often seeing some terms that are always coming back and back. We are seeing hereditaments, miswages, tenements, appurtenances, all those. So we shall break them down to see what land really means. So let's jump right in and see what hereditament means. An hereditament is a right that can be passed or inherited against to someone, for example, by the way of will. You have your father or you have your son, let's say, or your child, can be male or female. They have all equal rights when it comes to inheritance. So you want to pass your property. Let's say you have your land or you have your house somewhere, and you want to pass it. That is a way of it's a right that can be passed on inheritance. So, for example, by way of will. Before you die, you just state it somewhere with your lawyer that if I'm not there, this is entrusted to be, or it's entitled to be given to this person or this other. So we shall go to see the types of hereditament, and we shall see the corporeal hereditaments and incorporeal hereditaments. Corporeal hereditaments are those hereditaments that can be touched, that are physical, that are structures. Let's say you have a land, you have a house. These are structures, they are physical. But incorporeal, these ones are not physical. They cannot be touched. They cannot be felt by, they cannot be felt by the senses. So we shall pass on and define the second term, that is miswages. Miswages This refers to physical structures such as houses and buildings. This is self-explanatory. We do not need to spend more time on it. So the third term that we are going to define is tenements. Tenements that refers to things that may be held to the tenant, by the tenant actually. So you have your house and you want to give it for rent. It's a tenement because it can be held by a tenant for some consideration, of course. Appurtenances, as the fourth term to define when it comes to land, refers to right, whether enjoyed severally or in common with others, that attach land through an act of person or grant. I don't know if you understand the concept of apartment, but yeah, it refers to the right, whether enjoyed severally or in common with others, that are attached to a land through an act of person or grant. And the last term that we are going to discuss is, when it comes to land, is easement. Easement, a right which one person enjoys over land of another. For example, we know the right of way, someone has his land. However, other people can pass through to access their houses. So they have right of land there. So that is, it's also one meaning of land. So we have broken down the concept of what land is, and I hope we've understood it very well. In case of any questions, you can either contact me personally. My contacts will be down in the description there, or in the comments, and I'll be glad to really help, and we shall learn together. Thank you for watching. Share, like, subscribe. It's Agora Legis with Counsel Ben. Thank you.